The moment you first lay eyes on the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 650, you can feel it. This isn't just another adventure bike, it's the rebirth of a legend. You can almost hear the engine hum with confidence, almost sense the long roads and winding mountain passes it's built to conquer. But before you even touch the handlebar, before you swing your leg over that sculpted seat, the bike speaks for itself through its stance. A balance of power, precision, and poise that tells you it's ready for anything you throw its way. Imagine standing in front of it in a luxury showroom. The light bounces softly off the new body lines, tracing the redesigned fairing and muscular tank. The new 2026 edition carries the signature V-Strom DNA, but with sharper, more aerodynamic edges, sleeker LED lights, and that unmistakable Suzuki presence that blends adventure and refinement in perfect sync. The brand and model name gleam behind it on the wall, reminding you that this is the machine built for riders who don't just go places, they make the journey itself unforgettable. As you run your hand along the tank, the metallic paint catches the light, blue, red, or matte black, depending on your choice, but what remains constant is the feeling of quality. The V-Strom 650 has always been known for reliability, but Suzuki has elevated that to a whole new level. The 2026 version feels premium, solid, and surprisingly agile. Every component, from the compact LED headlamp to the upgraded instrument console, reflects Suzuki's mission to merge utility with luxury. This bike isn't about just getting from point A to point B. It's about enjoying every inch of road in between. Then comes the moment you start it up. The all-new liquid-cooled 645cc V-twin engine roars to life with a deep, throaty growl that immediately tells you why Suzuki's engineering still leads the middleweight adventure class. It's smooth, responsive, and thrillingly linear in its power delivery. Twist the throttle, and it rewards you instantly. Powerful enough for highway cruising, forgiving enough for city traffic, and perfectly balanced for off-road detours. Suzuki has fine-tuned the throttle mapping and refined the gearbox for seamless shifts, making every gear feel like it belongs exactly where it should. The upgraded traction control system, cornering ABS, and riding modes now come standard in 2026, giving riders more confidence than ever before. Whether you're riding through rain-soaked roads, dusty trails, or winding asphalt, the bike feels stable and secure. Suzuki's engineers have built a machine that seems to predict your next move before you make it. The suspension setup, tuned telescopic forks up front, and an adjustable rear monoshock absorbs bumps and imperfections effortlessly. It's a bike that feels planted yet playful, powerful yet forgiving. It's the kind of motorcycle that invites you to ride further every time you think about turning back. The ergonomics deserve a moment of appreciation too. Sit on it, and you'll instantly realize Suzuki designed the 2026 V-Strom 650 for long days in the saddle. The seat is wide and supportive, the handlebar is perfectly positioned, and the foot pegs give you a commanding riding triangle. The new windscreen, now adjustable on the go, reduces fatigue on long rides by cutting wind buffeting dramatically. Whether you're commuting through the city or crossing continents, comfort remains constant. As the ride continues, the digital instrument cluster becomes your trusted companion. The updated full-color TFT display gives you real-time information, gear indicator, range, temperature, riding modes, all presented in a clean, modern layout. And with Suzuki's new smartphone connectivity, your calls, navigation, and music are just a tap away. Everything about the cockpit feels purposeful, futuristic, and rider-focused. But it's not just about performance and comfort. The 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 650 is also a design statement. Every line, every curve has a story. The sharp dual LED headlamp setup gives it a distinctive identity that commands attention, even from a distance. The muscular fuel tank flows naturally into the seat and rear panels, giving the bike a sense of motion even when it's standing still. Suzuki's attention to detail shines through in the subtle color schemes, each one telling a different story. The metallic blue evokes exploration and freedom. The matte black stands for dominance and mystery. The champion yellow pays homage to Suzuki's rally heritage. Each variation feels like a different personality of the same adventurous soul. You can almost picture it under the open sky, loaded with panniers, dust on the wheels, and a full tank ready for another 400 kilometers of freedom. That's where the V-Strom 650 truly belongs, out there, chasing horizons. The fuel efficiency remains impressive, giving you long stretches between stops, and the reliability is legendary. It's a machine that you trust without question, one that makes every journey feel effortless. But even when it's parked in a luxury showroom, it doesn't lose its wild spirit. The spotlight only amplifies its charm. The V-Strom 650 looks equally at home in polished floors as it does on dirt trails. That's the kind of dual personality Suzuki has mastered. Tough yet elegant, rugged yet refined. When you look at the 2026 model, it's clear Suzuki didn't just upgrade an existing bike. They reimagined the middleweight adventure category altogether. The balance between power and precision, comfort and control, luxury and rawness, it's what makes this machine stand out. And in a world where bikes are often built for niches, the V-Strom 650 continues to be the ultimate all-rounder. A bike that doesn't need to prove itself because it already has, year after year, mile after mile. So if you're the kind of rider who craves both excitement and endurance, if you love the idea of a bike that can cruise highways as gracefully as it can conquer mountains, the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 650 is calling you. It's not just transportation, it's transformation. Every ride becomes a story. Every destination becomes a memory. And every twist of the throttle feels like a promise of freedom, of adventure, of discovery. The new V-Strom 650 isn't asking for your attention. It's earning it. With its heart-thumping engine, flawless design, and unmatched reliability, it's not just a bike. It's an experience waiting to happen. You don't just ride this machine, you live it. And once you do, there's no going back. Because once the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 650 becomes part of your journey, the road never feels the same again.